efforts may not be seen but still matter. Once upon a time, in a bustling little town, lived a family of four: Linda, the mother; Bob, the father; and their two children, Daisy and Jake. From morning to sunset, Linda and Bob worked tirelessly to provide for their family. Let us read if their kids understood their parents' efforts and respected them. Linda, a high school teacher, dedicated long hours to the local school and additionally supported students by giving tuition classes in the evenings. Bob was a supervisor in a factory and had to do night shifts for a few weeks every month. Despite their relentless efforts, Daisy and Jake often took their parents' hard work for granted. Each evening, when the family sat around the dinner table, the kids would share little about their day. Instead, they were either interested in asking for materialistic things or complaining. One night, while eating dinner, both kids started to throw questions at their parents. Daisy asked, "Why can't we have a bigger house? Why do we have to eat leftovers every day?" Jake added, "Why can't we get new iPad like other children have?" Linda and Bob looked at each other. The kids' words hurt them once again. Each complaint felt like a stone thrown at their tired hearts. The parents' hard work seemed invisible. The couple smiled and politely responded to the kids. Soon, one stormy Friday evening, Bob returned home after a rough shift. His feet were aching and his eyes were heavy with exhaustion. He had worked overtime to help a short-staffed team due to an emergency. As he entered the house, the aroma of a hearty stew filled the air. Linda had prepared Bob's favorite dinner, hoping to surprise him. Bob freshened up and everybody gathered on the dining table to eat. The kids' reaction was disappointing as always. "Yuck, not stew again," Daisy said, rolling her eyes. "Can't we order pizza for once?" Jake added with a sulk. Linda didn't appreciate the comments this time. Holding her anger, she politely said, "Children, we don't see each other for most of the day, and now, when we are together, we are still whining and not appreciating the time. You both have decided to stay out of the house for longer hours, so it's not our mistake," Daisy responded with sharpness in her voice. The remark pierced through Linda and Bob's hearts. That night, as they tucked Daisy and Jake into bed, Linda and Bob sat on the edge of the children's bed. "Do you remember the time we went to the amusement park and stayed in hotel for 2 days?" Linda asked softly. Jake nodded, the excitement from that day flooding back. "You know, that was possible because we saved up. Your dad and I worked hard for months doing extra hours so that we could give you those memories." Jake and Daisy looked at each other, realizing that they had never expressed gratitude to their parents. "Sometimes our work takes us away, but everything we do for you," Bob explained. "It hurts when we feel unappreciated because all that we do is only for you both to be happy." That night, Linda and Bob decided to share their everyday battles at work. They told their kids how tired they were working for extra hours just to make additional money so that the kids did not have to sacrifice their wishes. They told kids that they had not bought new clothes for themselves or fulfilled any of their desires for years now. All they made, they spent on Jake and Daisy. They even shared the details of their income versus the unending list of expenses which the kids had never realized. That night, the sleepy eyes turned into thoughtful ones as both children listened to their parents' stories of hard work and dedication. In the weeks that followed, a new understanding grew in their hearts. Jake and Daisy began to change their attitude. They started expressing appreciation for their parents' efforts. After school, they started helping with home chores, even surprising Linda and Bob with small notes of gratitude. "Thank you for the jacket you bought," wrote Jake. "I truly value the way Dad fixed my bike," Daisy had scribbled. The children learned that expressing appreciation isn't only for what can be seen and shouldn't wait for a special occasion. Linda and Bob began to feel seen and valued for their endeavors. They also started to make more time for game nights and planned simple family outings to parks for picnics. And everybody lived happily ever after. Thank you for listening.